I'm standing in front of one of my spec houses. I'm going to be showing you the difference between a spec house and a rental house. In my rental houses, I'm always thinking of durability, cost, and low maintenance. On these spec houses, I'm selling a dream. So let's go inside and let me show you the difference between them. In our spec houses, we're putting pendant lights, we're putting in a gas stove, we're putting in a range, we're putting in garbage disposal. In our rental houses, we're doing none of those. We're putting puck lights over the island, we're just hanging a microwave over top, no garbage disposal. Even to our baseboards, we'll put 1x6, 1x8s in our spec houses. In our rental houses, we're doing 1x4s. In our spec houses, we're trying to make this area feel nice and open, but it costs more money. In our rental houses, we're only putting enough windows in there to pass code. These ceilings, you're spending some money on the ceilings that is not necessary for a rental house. We don't put any gas fireplaces in our rental houses. In our specs, we don't mind putting a gray, changing some walls up differently, because we can make it up when we sell the house and our costs. But rental houses, you're not doing any of that. Even down to the doorknobs. These doorknobs are about $35. When you're building a rental house, you're putting the cheapest things that you can find into there. In these spec houses, we're building nice wooden closet shelving. In a rental house, we're doing wire shelving. And you would think the wiring would be cheaper than this wood. Actually, it's different. Wiring shelving is more expensive, but a long period of time, that wire is going to save you some costs. If you're building these wooden shelves, you're going to have to constantly repaint them when somebody leaves and moves out. That wire shelving, you stick it in there and it's fine. If you take a look at the floor, this is a nice tile pattern that flows right into the shower. The shower, we got all this nice tile. We got a nice waterfall faucet, this nice drain. We don't do any of that into the rental houses. As rental houses, remember, we're thinking of durability and cost. This is neither of them. Let's head over to the rentals and let me show you the differences that I do there. We're at one of the rental houses. You can already see that we seed and straw this yard. In our spec houses, we'll put sod down. So let's get in here and let's see the differences. So we're in the living room. You can see the ceilings, there's no design, nothing fancy about them. As you look around, we only have 2 windows here in the living room. On our spec houses, we'll put quite a bit of windows in our spec houses. We'll walk to the master room. You can see we do have 2 windows here. So that's 4 windows. We're in one of the guest rooms here. So here's one window that we have. So we'll walk over to the other bedroom and you'll see once again, it looks the same with just 1 window. That's only 6 windows. That can add up a period of time. The island, we don't have cabinets on the island. That's just we built that out of 2x4 and we wrapped it with shiplap. We don't put no garbage disposal. The microwave, we don't put any fancy hood. We don't do any of that. This is just your basic, simple, above the stove microwave. We ain't got no gas stove here. You know, a good tip is you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and see if they have any returns. Some people get special ordered refrigerators and they don't end up liking them. They'll actually return them. And then Lowe's or Home Depot, they'll sell that as a discounted price. So those are some really good finds you can do. Very simple. Here in the pantry, these are our wire shelving. In our spec houses, everything's wood. People put heavy items, cans, whatever. If this was wood and they had something liquid, if it got a hole in it and leaked, it could really damage that wood product that you would have. It costs more, but it's that durability and low maintenance. All right, so I'm gonna show you what we do in our guest bathroom. This is just one insert, one piece, it's fiberglass. We do put tile on the floor. These doorknobs, I think we only pay a couple bucks for them, but we keep it simple. Here's the master shower. You can see it's an insert that we use. We don't use any tile. You know, tile over a period of time likes to crack in the cracks. Above these sinks, we don't do any vanity lighting as far as it's hanging off the wall. Imagine a lot of girls who use hairspray and that chemical will actually set up top of those vanity lights. So you saw the rental, you saw the spec house. You see what we do differently in our rental houses. Please like this video and subscribe. Also, leave a comment in this video. Let me know what you do differently in your houses.